whatever you want to call it, helper clients. That was what one of my buddies, I remember trying to figure this out myself. And there was somebody in my neighborhood who was at a really large firm, which may have the initials G and S. And he was they had, and I always wondered, because we went to the same church, and he would get asked by the same people I would get asked. Mm-hmm. And they would be way below his minimum. They had a tax at that firm that if you were below a certain minimum, it actually cost you money to have the client. And I asked him, like, how do you say no? Because the same people that were asking me and I was saying yes to, he was saying no to. And he said, it's just not what I do. That's like, and we talked about this, I think, in the last episode about this, was, that's like asking, it's like feeling bad if somebody needs an operation on their shoulder and you're an ankle doctor, and so I think, but what he said was, so I separate, this is the point, I separate that work is called pro bono work. Yeah. And if that's what I want to spend my time doing instead of coaching a youth soccer team or volunteering at the shelter, then I do that, and I will pay that tax. And the other thing I'd like to say about that group is, not only do you limit the number, but get really honest about the service. Like, just get really honest about, does this client really need this? Do I really need to meet with them? The problem is, you've got to realize you're already providing 10 times better experience than they're going to get anywhere else. And you're feeling bad about it. Greetings, Carl here. Thanks for listening to Michael and I talking like we do over at the Kitces and Carl podcast. Rooney, so much fun. There's another thing I do called the membership. And I'm going to invite you to take a 7-day free trial and just find out what it's about. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to say any more other than this. It's an invitation to attend a private conversation that you cannot hear anywhere else. Find out what I'm talking about by clicking the link and taking the free trial.